Hello VC, Big Star 1000 with a new installment of Revolution's recent spins. So I hope everyone's alright and with this approaching Christmas season. If I don't make a video until then, I wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all the rest. And I'm going to launch into it right now. I've got a stack of about 20 records. I'll try to, go as fast as I can. The first record is a new find actually, and something that I could have included in my Laurel Canyon video. It's a band called The Gentle Soul, is the name of the band there. And The Gentle Soul were a duo from Laurel Canyon, and they made this kind of psychedelic folk that was really exactly what I was trying to pin down when I was talking about Laurel Canyon. This is a lovely record. Van Dyke Parks plays harpsichord, Paul Horn plays the flute. I mean, there's a Ry Cooder is on guitar on this. It's a wonderful, psyche, folky record. And it's not a record that you see very often, almost never in fact. And I went into a record store in Melbourne and it was in the new arrivals bin. It wasn't cheap or anything, but because you don't see it very often, I had to jump on it. So The Gentle Soul from 1968, I think, or something like that. What I've been playing? I've been playing this record, which I think it's almost my favorite Coltrane record. It's a big statement. I mean, I Love Supreme is a different. It's almost a musical style of its own right. No, it's not. But I don't know. With artists, sometimes your favorite album changes, and this one is definitely my favorite Coltrane album at the moment. This is a beautiful Japanese pressing from 1972 in mint condition. So really love this. As I said, I went to see David Byrne a couple of weeks ago, and it left a big impression on me. And hang on, I need to dig out a record here. There we go. So I've been playing this to death. Stop Making Sense, Japanese press. I'm a fan of Slippery People at the moment, which is the third track. But I've been playing this, and in addition, I've been revisiting other Talking Heads related projects, and I've been really pleasantly surprised to rediscover The Red and the Black by Jerry Harrison. Jerry Harrison was the keyboards player in the talk. Was he playing keyboards or guitar or both? Probably both. In the Talking Heads, and just a great solo album. I really like this record. It's got the spirit of Remaining Light. If you like Remaining Light, you dig this. This is from 1981 on Sire. I mean, it's from the same time period. It's made, with the same, with the same spirit. And another record that I revisited yesterday, which has got the same spirit as well, is the Adrian Belew solo record, Lone Rhino. And Adrian Belew played guitar on these sort of early 80s Talking Heads records. I think he plays on Remaining Light. And this is from the same time, 1982. So those two records, if you like Remaining Light, those two records will provide you with a similar sort of sonic background. And I really like both of these records. I highly recommend them. The Portuguese Talking Heads. It's kind of a segue. This is a band called Mulher e Fedada. Mulher e Fedada. There we go. And The album is called Coisas Que Fascinam. Fascinam. I don't speak Portuguese, so I don't even know how that sounds. Somebody will be able to tell us. They're from Portugal. I discovered them when I went to Portugal in early 2017, and I stumbled across this band, and it's art pop, new wave from Portugal. It's really, really freaking insane music. I've got their two better known records, and this is good. The other record that I have, which I can't remember the title of now, but is just amazing. It's got a bit of crazy, you know, Zolo type of sound in there as well. It's cool. And then the Cherry Thing, the Cherry and the Thing. The Thing is a Swedish avant-garde jazz band, fronted by Mats Gustafsson, who we know in the VC. And this is the album that they put together in 2012, and it's really, really great. I mean, I love this record. I don't play it often enough. And then Cherry reinvents, well, with the band, reinvents some classics like, if you want a really great example, is Dream Baby Dream by Suicide, which just is getting a really amazing reworking. In fact, I prefer this version to the Suicide version. I'm not kidding. I think it's better in so many ways. It's got this kind of like, you know, slowed up groove. It's great. I revisited yesterday Lou Reed Live. I like these couple of Lou Reed albums. Rock and Roll Animal and Lou Reed Live are part of the same concept. Basically, it's kind of part one, part two. Came out as different albums, but really the same gig. This was recorded in 1975, and you've got Walk on the Wild Side, Vicious, Satellite of Love, all the classic kind of, you know, Lou Reed type of set. I like it because it's more raw. It's rawer. It's, you know, there's lots of electric guitar workouts. It's, you know, it's not a wasted live album. It really stands, you know, in its own right. I really, really like. It's an album that I've known about for, you know, ever since I was about 15 years old. My uncle gave me a CD, a copy of Rock and Roll Animal and Lou Reed Live. So they're kind of sentimental favorites. A couple of French jazz funk records that I've revisited. This one is the Harlem Pop Trotters. This is a really, really amazingly funky jazz funk record from France, featuring Jean-Claude Pierrick, who's, you know, he's a mainstay on the French jazz funk scene. If you like Placebo, for example, you like this. I think that's give you some kind of a Euro jazz funk. Okay, let's just call it that. I can't really describe it too much more. You can work it out for yourselves. And in the same vein, I also revisited Troupeau Bleu by Cortex, which is, I mean, it's the ultimate, really, if you think of French records of that time period, of that style, jazzy funk. And this is very pop as well, you know, the songs are very, very memorable. Like the opening, La Rue, you remember it, you know, you hear it once, you remember it. Also, the title track is amazing, Troupeau Bleu. If you want to sample something cool, just sample the title track. This is a wonderful record, 1975. It came out originally on Disque Espérance. This is quite a lovely reissue from, what's, 2007. Yeah, quite a while ago. The wonderful Julie Driscoll, also known as Julie Tippett, who was in Brian Auger and the Trinity. This is a solo album from 1969 called 1969. There you go. A wonderful collection of jazz folk songs, you know. What can I say? Really a beautiful record. A New Awakening, the opening track, it's lovely. Listen to it and you'll get a good sample of what it sounds like. Okay, continuing. I hope I'm not spending too much time and not being too boring for you. Next, I revisited for the first time in about, I don't know, a couple of years maybe, In Utero by Nirvana. This, I mean, you know, everybody knows this. I mean, you know, if you don't know Nirvana or In Utero, where have you been for the past, you know, 20 years, whatever. I love this record. I love, you know, All Apologies and Dumb and Heart-Shaped Box. Got to be my favorite song. Heart-Shaped Box. It's just, you know, I just love the wrath, the great, you know, displeasure. One of my favorites post-punk albums of all time, one of my favorite albums of all time, Kilimanjaro by The Teardrop Explodes. In my opinion, I don't think there's a record with, apart from I'd say Prefab Sprouts, Steve McQueen, with the side one, which is as amazing as this. The side one of this is just, it gets better and better. As the songs play, you just go, wow, that was an amazing song. Let's hear the next one. And the next song is more amazing than the one before. It's like a crescendo until you get to Poppies in the Field. The side 2 is great too, but it's another patch on side 1. 1980 by the band fronted Julian Cope. Listen to the entire side 1 and be blown away. The horns, the melodies, it's extraordinary. Because Sarah was a big fan of Fleetwood Mac, she loved it. I often play Fleetwood Mac. And yes, Sarah has been gone for nearly 7 months now, which is, you know, unbelievable, but I carry a spirit by playing songs that she liked. For example, she loved Landslide. Landslide was one of her favorite songs, so I played that. Okay, what else? This is a gift that Christoph sent me a few months ago, Between and The Waters Open. This is such a great record. It's amazing. A crack rock album, ambient, world music-ish. Band fronted by Peter Michael Hamel, who just their best record, really, basically. 1973. This is a reissue on Virgo Spectrum from 1981. And I'm going to see Christoph soon, because I'm going to go in and I'm going to go to France, and hopefully I will be able to repay him with some cool records. It's summer here, you know, like it started to be really, really, really warm. It was 38 degrees on Friday. I don't know what that converts to in American Fahrenheit. But 38 degrees is really fucking hot, that's what it is. And so I love playing these kinds of records when it's warm. This is just a summer record, like, you know, it screams of summer. This is an original pressing, actually, from 1998. I mean, the opening track, La Femme d'Argent, to me, is one of the best tracks ever. It's so... And every time I DJ, which I've done a few times, I always open my DJ sets with La Femme d'Argent. Always, 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 because I think it's a great little, like it bubbles gently. It's like a You know, it's like a gentle stew that you put on the in the pot, and you let it stew for hours. It's like that, I think. You know, if you get my cooking analogy. I love cooking too, so and eating. Shiguros isn't an album that I play very often, but I decided to play it. It's a lovely late night record. I think this is their self-titled brackets record. I couldn't tell you the title of any songs, as you know, but it's a lovely record. It's from 2000 and I don't know, 2 or something, 2002 maybe. It's a lovely, lovely record, and I played it late night the other night, and I really did enjoy it. And a record you could play late night as well is this one. This is a new release, an Australian comp called 3 AM Spares. This was compiled by two dudes, Andres and Instant Peterson. And basically what this is it's 90s or 80s and 90s dance music, underground dance music from Australia. You know, it's got, for example, Ian Ecclesmith is quite famous on this. The thing is really like shiny, and I don't think you'll see anything there, but it's a brand new comp. It came out about a month ago. Double LP, yeah, really cool. Yeah, just like dance floor friendly kind of music, but underground. Nothing that was like a big hit or anything. These two guys compiled another really great comp called Midnight Spares. That was the volume 1, which was more like 70s, 80s, and this one is 90s and beyond. The Hub of Hubbard. You know, we share a first name, him and me, but that's all we share, pretty much. The Hub of Hubbard on MPS. This is a great record. It's not the most essential Freddie Hubbard record. I mean, you'd have to listen to Red Clay, for example, for that. But it's a lovely album on MPS. I'll file it later. What is it? Sort of post-bop-ish, you know. Speaking of jazz, is Everything But the Girl. I'm just saying speaking of jazz because it's really very jazzy, this record. It's got this kind of bossa, but it's also really super jazzy. Crab Walk, which is the first song on side 2, is a jazz song. It's jazz. When it was, you know, sometimes you put a record on and then you flip it and you've forgotten what's even on, you know, like you sort of like, you know, you're sort of absorbed by. And I had to actually ask myself, what is this? Oh yes, it's Everything But the Girl. Ben White and Tracy Thorn. This is their debut album, I think. It's just really amazing. This is a German pressing from 1984, which is an original pressing from Germany. Textured cover and all, beautiful. Here is an Australian classic. No, not quite. This is Mandu. I think it's meant to be. It says Mandu, but it's meant to be pronounced Mandu, as I read a long time ago. This dude was a singer-songwriter from, I think he came from Queensland originally, which is northern Australia, and he settled in Melbourne. And I often describe this as kind of like, you know, Tim Buckley-esque or Van Morrison-esque kind of folk rock, you know, from the 70s. This is from 1974. It's not a record that's very easy to find. It's on a label called Image. To the Shores of His Heaven, it's called, the album. And the title track, if you really are interested in this, listen to the title track, To the Shores of His Heaven. And this is an amazing track. It could well be on the Tim Buckley album. It's that good. And that's all I'm going to show you today, because that's plenty. I don't know how long I've gone for. So you know, leave me some comments and just talk to me. It's possible that I won't make a video in a while, but I'll return eventually. Enjoy, VC.